everybody, it's Rachel from Wraps by Rachel. No, still haven't moved to Iowa yet. Probably going to be 2 or 3 years before I do that. But I'm wearing one of my Iowa t-shirts today. Davenport, Iowa. Worst town in America, according to the Chicago Record-Herald in 1903. I bought this in Davenport. They have a sense of humor about themselves. And actually, Davenport is quite delightful. If you ever have a chance to go there, they've got fantastic sort of area near the water where there's like breweries and art places, and it's a great place to go. Anyhow, today I did a haul. I may wind up breaking this up into 2 different videos, depends on how quickly I get through things. Part of that is maybe how much I blab, and you never know what's going to come out of this mouth right here. But first I'm going to do the books, and then I'm going to do the supplies that I got from the thrift store. So the first place that I went today it is called Wonder Books, and it is in Frederick, Maryland. They are a used bookstore. They do have an online store. They have wonderful things, and mostly what I got is little golden books, but I got some other things as well. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so most of these books are new to me. This one here, which is How to Tell Time. I already have this book, but I think this one is a better version of it. It still is missing the actual little watch hands, apparently. This book, and I'm just gonna, whoops, as I drop things, I'm gonna go ahead and put on my reading glasses, because that's what happens as you get older. You need to have reading glasses to be able to see small print. One of the ways that you can tell how old a book is first, obviously, you can go and look at the copyright date. So the copyright on this is 1957. And if you flip to the back, and I'm just going to show you here. And if you just kind of slightly pull the book jacket right here in a very tiny little letter, it says F. So A, B, C, D, E, F. So this is the 6th printing of this book. I think that this is a newer copy than the one that I have. There's a little bit of damage. There's some writing on it. There's a little bit of like probably pencil mark right here, but otherwise this book is in pretty good shape, and I'm super psyched about this one. So putting that to the side. Okay, here is 3 bedtime stories, and this one is from 1958. And when I come here to the back, it has, I don't know how well you can see that, but it has the letter B. So this is a 2nd printing. It's in pretty decent shape, so I'm super psyched about this one. Putting that to the side. Okay, here we have Little Red Riding Hood, and this one is 1972, and I don't see any letter on here. I'm not sure if that means that it's a 1st edition or what, but it doesn't say. So but it was originally a 39-cent book. So I'm putting that to the side. We have Raggedy Ann and Andy. This is a newer old book. It was 69 cents originally, and this was printed in 1979. And again, I don't necessarily see a letter here. And I do have a book that helps me to gauge how old things are, and some of that may be from like what the cover is or what the back cover is, things along those lines. Sometimes the illustrations on the inside are different from one version to another, and that also can help you to gauge how old something is. So now I already have this book, but I don't have this specific cover, and I think it's incredibly beautiful. It's the 12 Dancing Princesses, and this one is from 1954. And it says this is a brand new book here at the top. This is a brand new book. And this has an A. I'm not sure how well you can see that, but right there's a little A. So this is a first edition of this book. And I bought this for $2. I'm gonna look up how much it's actually worth. I had made sort of a, like a deal with myself that if something is a first edition, I'm probably gonna keep it for myself, or if a book is worth more than $5, and I usually only spend $1 or $2 for a book. If a book is worth more than $5, I keep it for my personal collection. Whereas if something is just, worth $1 or $2, according to the Warman's Guide, then it's free game for me to make a journal out of. So I think that's something that's reasonable. Now, I suppose if I had 2 copies of something and they're both worth a certain, $5 or more, and somebody really wanted me to make one for them, I just would incorporate that cost into it. So there we have it. Okay, so here we have the Wait for Me Kitten. The illustration on that is beautiful. I just love that. I love the little dancing kittens. That's super adorable. This says second printing 1972, and this is in really good condition. Okay, this book is ripped here. Peter and the Indians, Walt Disney, and this is copyright 1952, and this has a little A right inside there. It's really challenging to see that probably on camera, but there's a little A there. So this is a first edition. It's not because the cover's torn, that definitely significantly reduces the value of it, but everything else about it is pretty good. So there we go. All right, here we have a 25-cent version of Peter Rabbit. I definitely don't have one with this specific cover. The title page is ripped out, so I don't know when this was actually published, but this also, as you can see, has a little A. So I will look that one up. Here we have a more vintage copy, also with a little bit of tearing here on the cover, of Snow White. It has some of the, back before they did the gold spine. And this one is from, so copyright 1937, 1948. So I think the 1937 part is from when the actual movie came out, and then the 1948 is when they did this specific book. And this also, you see right there, is an A version. Okay, then we have First Bible Stories. It does have a little bit of tearing here on the cover. So, Eloise Wilkin is 1954, and this also is it right there? A. This was one of the more expensive books that I bought. It was actually $4. Most of these were $2. Okay, so this is the Tawny, Scrawny Lion, and this one is copyright 1952. This is a brand new story written and illustrated especially for Golden Books. And once again, it's an A. So I'm just, this one also was $4. That's fine. I love the cover. This is beautiful to me. So excited to have these in my collection. We have cats, which I already have. Pretty sure I already have this. I have a printout where I've cataloged all my books, and I didn't bring it with me. Pretty sure I already own Cats, I think with a slightly different cover. This is from 1976, and I don't see a letter written on here, so I'm not sure exactly which version this is, but there we go. Okay, so we have Bunny's New Shoes. This is from 1987. And I don't see a letter on here. I know I have this one, Star Wars, I am a Sith, but you know, I dig this so much. I can't even tell you, and I plan to make a whole bunch of journals and eventually put that on my in my Etsy shop. So here we have Moana. Obviously, that's a fairly recent book. Special thanks to the wonderful people of the Pacific Islands for inspiring us on this journey as we bring to the world of Moana to life. 2016. Okay. Now these other two books, they're not little golden books. They're a different type of book called Happy Day books. And basically, the Happy Day people, it's like they came as close as they could to ripping off. So they have a silver foil instead of a gold foil. It's exactly the same size as a little golden book, but it is a Happy Day book. And this one is called Happy Times with Happy Seeds. And this store, I flipped through it in the store. This is actually quite delightful. This is from 1984, and it's like, happy seeds do not grow into tomatoes. They do not grow into apples, spinach, or flowers. I can't buy them in a little packet at the store or dig a hole and bury them in the garden, but I can plant them just about everywhere all day long, even when it's snowing. I planted some happy seeds when I smiled at my new friend. And then it goes on and talks about how happy seeds are when you do nice things, when you're nice to people, when you just are polite and pleasant and follow the rules. And it is adorable. And I especially like that it actually has multicultural children in it, which usually is kind of unusual for these sorts of books, especially 1984. So I just thought this was delightful, so I went ahead and got this. And then I have another Happy Day book, which is Christmas Time is for Singing, and it has some, it has like the Christmas story, and then it has various songs that are in it. Simeon's song. There's a song in the air. It has a bunch of different songs, and also multicultural. And this book is originally from 1982, and it is adorable. And I'm pretty sure that I have one that's completed that is in my, it might be in my Etsy shop. I'm not sure, but I know that I have made this into a Christmas journal before. And so there we go. And all right. So this book, the reason I bought it, I didn't buy it at Wonder Books. I bought it at the thrift store, but all my books are here. This is actually a board book, and the reason that I bought this, and I'll put a link to it, I was watching someone else's videos, and they were talking about making art journals, and they actually were using board books for making art journals. And they're like, what's really nice about it is you have these nice really thick pages, so it's not like you have to glue pages together or do it that way, and you can just kind of rough it up a little bit and then put some gesso on, or just straight paint on it, or glue stuff to it, and then you just have a very tiny little art journal. And I thought, oh, how brilliant is that, right? Because there are so many board books that are out there that are at the used bookstore, and so I was just looking for one that I like this. Whose mommy is this, right? So maybe I'll make this into something baby oriented or something along those lines. But what I really like about this one is that it has all of these little sort of compartments that open. And so this one, that's the back of the same thing, right? And let me go to the next one. So they all have these little sort of peekaboo kinds of little things. I think they're all the same, with calling it a little peekaboo. I could be wrong. Maybe there's some other design. No, they're all that sort of peekaboo. And I just thought that would be kind of fun. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to use this, but maybe when you I just lost it. Maybe when you open this up, maybe I'll have a little positive message that's on the inside. So I'll have the art here, and then open it up and have a quote or something like that. I'm gonna have fun with this. So that's why I bought that. That is for me, and I'm gonna make that into an art journal of some variety. Okay, so this next book here, I actually bought for my husband. I'm gonna have to hide it and save it for Father's Day. My husband is a mechanic, and I just thought this book would be great for him. It's the cover is not in the greatest condition. You can see that there's some water damage here just on the front. I love this, the boy mechanic. And look, when you open this up, it's like all these different kinds of projects, like how to make stuff and how things work. And I think he's gonna really dig this. I think he's gonna have a good time looking through this and all of that. It's just, I think he's really going to enjoy that. So this is his Father's Day gift. Okay. All right, so this book right here, moving some of my books just fell, picking things up. That's the risk you run when you're sitting on the edge of the bed, right? Anyhow, okay, moving things a little away from the edge here, so less likely to fall. This book, and I'm not going to open it up, all right? But trust me when I give you my description. So this book, it is called Erotic Art of the Masters. It is a pretty thick, chunky book. I'm looking to see if there's anything that, well, here's the inside cover page. Nice and colorful right there. So I'm going to see if there's anything that I can open to that just won't be offensive. And the answer is probably no. It's a lot of very erotic art. But the art is beautiful. So there's art from all over. Here's the index. We have art from India and China, from, kind of more historical art that's from like the 20th century. There's art in here from Degas and from Henri de Toulouse and Lautrec and Gauguin. I mean, these are, the masters. These are really important artists, but yeah, this artwork is very, very sexual. So I am not going to show it to you, even though I say that this channel is not for children. This book is actually going to be a gift for a friend of mine who absolutely loves erotic art, and I think she's really going to enjoy this book. And I'm just looking to see if there's anything that, okay, so here's one that I can show. I mean, it is a nude, but it's this picture right here. This is probably one of the safest pictures that I can show you. So there's a lot of nudes. There's a lot of very sexual art that is in here, and yeah, and there we go. Okay, putting that to the side. All right, so then the next book that I have, this is going to be a gift for my Aunt Betsy. I had made her a Madeline journal before, and I'm going to be going to her home and spending a few days at her home up in Cape Cod, up in the Boston area, and she loves Massachusetts. She loves Boston, and she's very proud that she grew up there, and she loves the history and all of that. So this book is called A Journey Around Boston from A to Z, and I'm just going to open it to a few pages here that I absolutely love. So this is like the inside cover. I love things like, where is it? The Necco wafers. Oh, here they are. So the Necco wafers, and that's the Isabella Stewart Gardner. So that is just this exquisite museum. If you ever get a chance to go there, it's filled with all of her art that she collected. She was this heiress, and she just collected art, and her home was part of her will was to turn her home into a museum. If any of her collections or anything got moved, that everything was to be immediately like sold and donated to charity. So it is just the coolest place. And anyhow, so just kind of So like B is for Beacon Hill and stuff like that. And Q for Quaint Quincy Market, and then P for the parks. And we've got the little swan boats that Boston is really famous for. And she is going, I'm going to make this into a journal for her. And she is absolutely going to love, love, love this. So this is for my Aunt Betsy. Okay, so the last thing that I bought, and as I said, I think I'm going to bust this into two different things. We'll keep all the books here and then everything else in a separate video. But this last thing that I bought, the last time that I went to Wonder Books, this was there. And I decided, no, I'm not going to get that because it's $6. And it's a little pricey, but I've been thinking about it. And so lo and behold, I went there again today, and guess what was on the shelf? The 1985 Motoring Atlas of Great Britain. And inside here, I'm just going to open this up. There's this. This obviously is from something else, because here is a map, a city map of Pompeii. And I guess whoever owned this book originally was like a big traveler, and so that was just kind of tucked in the middle of here. But so there's like maps of like London and Bath and here's for Nottingham, and it's just, you know, here's like the North Sea. I mean, how cool is this for making backgrounds, for collaging? Or here's like another thing that's inside of here. Car rental. Please ask about our discounts on rentals of 3 weeks or more. And it just lists like different kinds of cars. I'm guessing this is from the UK because this is VAT on it. Oh yes, because this is the Huntsworth Hire Company in London, England. I have no idea what date. June. Oh, here we go. June 1985. And here are the rates for renting different kinds of cars. And so if it's, you know, X, A, B, C, D, or E, then it's how much the insurance is, and it's just cool, right? And so that was kind of, I'm looking to see if there's anything else that's like got slipped in here from the original person. I think the answer is no. No, but I am digging this something fierce, because look at this. Here's the map of London and all the roads that go through London if you're traveling through. So I'm super psyched about this. And let's tuck all that back in. And so that's my book haul part. And hey, if you like this video, I'm going to do another video specifically about the rest of the stuff that I got today. But I do book hauls, I do thrift store hauls, I do page by page flips of crafts that I do cooking related videos, I do gardening related videos, I do all kinds of videos. I am a real person. I'm a total nut job, and at some point, probably the next 2 to 3 years, I'm planning on moving to Iowa. Look out, Iowa, because here I come. Right now I'm in Maryland though. And if you like this, hit the thumbs up button. Hey, subscribe to my video. I am dying to know what like really kind of turned you on. What did you like from haha, because you know I got the erotic art. What turned you on about my haul here today? And keep your eyeballs open. You never know what you're going to find. There's some real gems out there, and I got a whole bunch of A books, first edition books, for like $2 each at a used bookstore. They have no idea what they've got. I mean, don't tell them, right? But anyhow, have a great day, and thanks so much.